Hi, my friends. How is everybody? I have a new phone since the last time I did a live video for you guys. And I don't know how the lighting is here, but let's roll with it. I am very perfectionist about the lighting that I use when I put myself on the internet. And it's unless you have like beautiful natural daylight, it's going to make you look awful. So this is my sacrifice to you. Terrible lighting in the name of teaching you makeup. I'll survive. Welcome in. Hi, hi. Some people I haven't seen in a while. Hello. So I'm going to be doing a combination of things today. Let me show you my Saint palette, of course. You know, as I got my Saint palette. This bag that I'm keeping my brushes in is the bag that our shampoo comes in. I've been using Saint shampoo since they dropped it, only Saint shampoo. I've just to test it out, I did like go back to my regular shampoo a couple of times to make sure that the comparison that I was actually liking Saint blah blah blah. And I do, like, I can't go back to regular shampoo. I find the difference is that regular shampoo weighs my hair down a lot. So Saint's shampoo makes it very soft, which is like not really what I would like, but it is apparently because it's the nicest texture that my hair has ever been. Okay. Anyway, I use the shampoo bag for my brushes. And these are the two mascaras I'm wearing, but hopefully in the mail I will soon get my Saint mascara. Guys, I'm so disturbed. Like, I want to go open my curtains and see if I can get better lighting. Oh my god, am I so annoying? So annoying. Just hang on. No better anyway. Didn't make a bit of difference. Okay. The Prime and the Plush Prep Mist. Plush Prep Mist. I use that every day. I do. I got it whenever they released it and it's half gone. I use it every day. Then I'm going to use my Senegence Pearlizer as kind of my foundation. But it's not foundation. I'll show you guys what I do. So the pearlizer is like, I call it a glotion. And then in addition to the pearlizer, I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer from my Saint palette. I'm going to do some brightening under the eyes from my Saint palette. And I'm going to do some detail contouring and blush and lip and eyes. Oh, let me do my eyes first. Forgot. I'm always like, barely there makeup. And then it's a full face. I'm going to do my eyes first, but this is the makeup that I wear in my everyday life, gymming, grocery shopping, going to homeschool events. Like, in my everyday life, this is what I do. I use Trust eyeshadow and Bella bronzer for my eyes. I'm starting with Bella, sweeping it up under the brow bone, and basically I put that on the upper. I don't bring it down on my lid, I put it on my brow bone to my crease. Warms up the eye, in my opinion. I don't know what it does, but it just looks better, doesn't it? But it's not like super obvious eyeshadow. Bringing my kids to their classes, going to appointments, going to homeschool stuff, going to the gym, running errands. That's the day in the life, and this is the makeup that I do. bit on my lower lash line too. So Bella bronzer, guys. The first thing I bought from Saint was Bella, besides my artist kit. And I've worn it every day since. I don't think I've gone one day without wearing Bella. Well, unless I just didn't put on any makeup. You know what I mean. Okay, now I'm taking Trust. Here's what I do with Trust. It's a little bit weird. I've really changed my makeup routine a lot, especially in the last year, but in the last couple of years when Cara introduced Demi, which kind of flopped and nobody used it, but I still use it. I still use the concepts. I became a Demi certified artist. I was one of the first ones. And it changed how I did my makeup. And I still kind of hang on to those techniques. So I'm putting Trust along my lower lash line. Jump into my upper lash line. Now I'm taking Trust above my crease. This shapes my eye. Really, it's contouring for your eyes. It's giving you a different eye shape. Trust eyeshadow. It's cool toned brown, which is hard to come by. Cool toned brown. Trust is actually, now that I think about it, the other first thing I bought from Saint. I'd say I got Bubba and Trust and Bella in my first purchase. Hi Twyla, nice to see you. Hi Deanne. That's what I do for eyeshadow, and then for eyeliner, this is what I do. Trust still. And this is my eyeshadow brush. So let me repeat it on the other side. See how my eye looks bigger? Looks bigger. It's more noticeable. You're emphasizing your features. Boss, how come I can't talk anymore? Emphasizing. My brain's fried. So I'm sure you all noticed that I barely come on here anymore. Life changes, guys. I'm still here. And you can still ask me your questions all the time. But everything you need to know, I've done it before. I've done a gazillion tutorials that you can find on my page very easily. So I don't really need to be producing new content. You can just revisit the lessons that we learned together over the years. Now, I got too much eyeshadow on my brush, so I'm going to wipe off my brush on my hand so that I can blend that out a little bit. You see how it needs to be blended a little bit? So I wiped off the extra, and now I'm just going to be able to swipe with a clean brush. Fun, Twyla, I'm so glad. So glad you're here. And again, the eyeliner is also Trust on the bottom lash line. So yeah, if you guys want to see all the tutorials I've done over the years, I have a page called Megawatt Beauty. And on the page, you can easily search videos. You can see them all laid out. Like there's an album for videos almost. All my tutorials are there. Okay, now that my eyes are done, I'm going to take my pearlizer. Like I said, this is like a glotion. It's like those. We've been using this pearlizer. I started with Senegence in 2017 and we had it then. But since then, all the girls started using these Glotions. Like the glow drops and all that kind of stuff. So this does not have any coverage. So I can't say it's my foundation. But when you put on like a fun glow like this, it just brings a radiance to the skin that distracts from the stuff you would need to cover with foundation anyway. Now, if you love like a full coverage foundation, this look is not for you. But this is what I do for like I said, groceries, gym, running errands. And I rub that in like a lotion. I kind of try to stay out of my under eye area, even though on camera I did get some up there because I don't have a mirror. But generally I'd recommend maybe you don't need to put your glow up under your eyes like that. Okay, that is the pearlizer. Makes you shiny, makes you feel like really matte face. You're not gonna like that. Next step is my Bella bronzer on my blend brush. And I do this instead of contour. It's like a contour and bronzer in one. Now I do put it in my contour areas where you have seen me put contour all these years and where you have seen me put bronzer all these years. That's what I do with my Bella. I would love this week if I have time to do 2 more makeup tutorials on Tuesday and Wednesday. I would like to do that for you guys if I can, and I will try. So see how that gives me a little bit of shape, a little bit of color. Looks more like alive, doesn't it? Okay. And along my jawline, I'm going to do the Bella as well. See how the light changes? My goodness, it's so frustrating. So my before and after picture now is going to be in 2 different kinds of lighting. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, so you guys can see how that's looking a little bit like you can see where the bronzer ends, right? So without putting anything else on my brush, I'm gonna just go over the blank space with my brush. It's gonna just deposit a very slight amount of color. And I don't want to like blend everything together. I want the bronzer to still be separate or whatever, but there you go. Next, still going with Bella. To plump up these lippies. This is one of the Demi brushes. You can use an eyeshadow brush to do this. Plumping up the lippies. So I'm just running Bella, my bronzer along the edges of my lips. I'll do that. See how like it's called your vermilion border? You have like a white little line around your lip. I'll color that in. Does it look like mustache? Yes. Let me get there. I always say overlining your lips. Yes, it looks like you overlined your lips, but so does getting lip filler. Looks like you got lip filler. What's the difference? Okay, now I'm gonna sharpen my nose, like do a little subtle contour. Sharpen my nose, thin it out because I have a round nose. Not everybody needs this. Cross. Okay. Next, what will we do? A little blush. I have a demi color in my palette, but I think it's discontinued, but you can use Ruby. Ruby demi color is the same pigment as this. So pick some up. I'm going to soften my nose contour there. Now that same color is going on my lips. If you use Ruby or a demi color that you might already have in your palette, it's like it becomes a stain when you kind of just use the tiniest amount and just like buff it into your lips and let it like sink in and become like a second skin. Instead of like when you put on a layer of lipstick, it wears off really quick. If you take your finger and like swipe on a layer of lipstick, the more product that's there, the more it will like wear off. But if you just have the tiniest amount of the pure pigment and like let it become like a second skin. Then I love our lip oils. I'm just gonna put on a little bit of a lip oil for some moisture. I love our lip oils a lot. This one is Salted Caramel, I think. They have a little bit of color to them, but they're subtle. Now, you can do some spot concealing. This is period related, breakout on my chin, period related. I can do some spot concealing there, and I'm gonna do a little bit of correcting under the eyes. Using still my blend brush is what I will do this with, and I'm gonna take my under eye brightener. For me, it's Sunlit. Most of you all should have an under eye brightener that has a bit of yellow in it. This will swipe down the sides of my nose, straight down. Get into that little corner around your nose. Get into this little rivet that a lot of us have, or a little bit of purple, or whatever you have going on right here. You can see I didn't put a big swatch of concealer in a very big space very targeted, and then swiping up the corner of my eyes, this is going to give a lift. So very targeted application of a little bit of brightness there. And then I'm going to just work it into my skin. Work it into my skin. Feather it out a little bit. I'm not doing like bright bags. Why did we ever want to highlight our under eye bags? I never did that. I told you guys always, you don't need to be white outing your under eye bags because it makes them look bigger. Anytime you put white anywhere, it makes them look bigger. Now, boys, look at the difference. I know my nose is looking stripey. I will soften it. Tiniest little bit of makeup, right? Teeny tiny little bit amount. I'm going down the side of my nose, straight down. Get into that little shadowy area around my nose. You can bring it down here a little bit if you want. Everybody's face is a little bit different. See the darkest part of my under eye? Why would I put the same color, a big old whiteout swatch of concealer, when only those little lines need to be whited out? Because what happens if I put one color all the way across there? It makes zero difference. The darkness is still darker than the rest of it. So what we want to do is target our color correcting. Put it right where it needs to go. Now, don't get me wrong, when I'm doing a glam look, I do the big swatch. Loves it. But it's not really logical. It's not really working in the same way that we think it is. But when we put that big swatch of brightness, it is pleasing to our eye. So it's fun for a little bit. Then I'm just going to use my brush, like I said, to feather this out a little bit. Just work it into my skin a little bit. I'm going to fluff it away. Fluff away any extra. And I'm just going to tap around my nose to soften up any harsh lines that are left. We can do a little bit of brightness right there. We can do a little bit of brightness right there. It's called your triangle of light. Highlight your features. If you have anything to conceal, I'm going to use my main color, which is Mango for me. Mango's orange. So if you have blue blemishes or blue age spots or anything like that, that's why Mango is going to help you. Or a lot of you have amber. Now my skin is not perfect. You can see discoloration, you can see shadows. I'm not too worried. You can always just use a fluffy brush to fluff at your makeup and make sure it's not caking anywhere or building up or anything like that. And I think that is about all I needed to show you guys. And make sure I didn't forget anything fun. Yep, done. So, come on, glow up, right? Huh? All right, that was using my Saint palette and my Senegence Pearlizer. That's it. You have it in your compact already. Everything I just did, except the Glotion. You have everything else in your compact. Shine bright out there.